Welcome to Turf Topics, presented by Aquariton Turf Solutions. Our guest is Ed Wachter, the superintendent at Franklin County Country Club, a private facility located in Washington, Missouri, 50 miles west of St. Louis. He's been at the club since 2005. We began our conversation by discussing the challenges Wachter faces that are unique to his facility.
Well, like a lot of golf courses, I got a lot of elevation change, but I also have a lot of soil type change. I go from nice loam soil to rock, basically, on some holes. So, heavy clay, rock, shallow. I got some of my areas of my golf course are, the topsoil is shallow, 8, 10, 12 inches deep, and then other areas it's like a farm field, So I got the challenges of different soil types. I got the challenges of the elevation and the microclimates throughout the golf course because we're in valleys, we're on top of the hills, we're in open, we're enclosed. So yeah, that's. It's a unique piece of property. When I came here, I had troubles in the beginning trying to figure this place out. It took me a couple of years, and everything from my old course, I just throw it out the window. I had to learn this piece of property. So yeah, it's a unique piece of property. It's been the nine holes have been here. It'll be 100 years next year. So the 9-hole part of the front 9 will be 100 years old. The back 9 we got the back 9 in '89. So I got it's like two different golf courses.
It's summertime in the Midwest, so Wachter and his team spend considerable time and energy dealing with heat stress issues.
We do have fans on a couple of greens that don't get the air we need, but most of the rest of them get plenty of air. The heat and humidity, we just, I treat for root rot and all the soil-borne diseases, and so I do that in the spring, and then I continue that through the summer, and all that stuff's watered in. So that was the biggest challenge, and I had bad ferrying when I came here. I could not control it, and finally we had Dr. Miller came to Mizzou, and he put us on the right track, and I haven't had ferrying in greens since 08, 07. I can't remember that far back, but it's been a long time. So I'm pretty well on a 2-week spray schedule on fungicides, and in the summer I do not go off of that. If it's in the fall, yeah, I can extend it, and I do. If it's dry and it's cool, we won't spray. But in the summer, summer started early here this year, so I've been every 2 weeks pretty well on the fungicide apps. So yeah.
How did you first learn about Aquariton 19?
I think I actually bid on it on a silent auction.
Really?
And won 3 or 4 quarts or bottles, I can't remember. And when it was the other product, Nalgi or whatever, I can't pronounce it, but and I think I won it, and I sprayed it, and I liked it, so I bought some more, and I've been buying it ever since. I actually bought a case this year. I've never bought a case before, but I went ahead and bought 12 bottles this year. And then he changed the formulation, whatever, and I went to the 19. And I just, like I said, what I like about it is I can throw it in with my fungicides. I don't have to worry about anything messing up.
Wachter says Aquariton 19 is also an effective complement to his fertilizer program.
Spraying fertilizers usually the week, in between the weeks of the fungicides. So and sometimes it goes in the fertilizer, sometimes it doesn't. So if I'm watering in, I normally don't put it in. If I'm drenching something in or watering something in, I won't apply it. But if it's going to sit on the leaf for, all day before I water it in, then it's in the tank. So,
are you using it exclusively on greens, or do you use it elsewhere?
I've used it on green surrounds. I've used it in some fairways. I don't have enough to treat fairways with it. Most of it goes on greens. Maybe a spot treat in a fairway. If I laid some sod, I'll throw it down. If green surrounds, green approaches, I've done that. So, but most of it goes on greens. I'll even spray that on fairways at times if I think my fairways need a bump. But I haven't used the product on fairways exclusive. Like I said, I got 20 acres of fairways. I just couldn't keep up with it. So, but I've messed with it on some fairways, but mostly greens, mostly green surrounds. I got a couple apps on green surrounds. I got a couple apps on my approaches, but majority of it's nothing but greens. So I'll use most of it. I'm halfway through my case, I think, so I'll use most of it. It goes out about every 2 weeks, sometimes more if I think I need a bump. So I do a lot of regulation on greens. I regulate, and so I keep my nitrogen up a little bit for the keeping my growth steady. I don't want them regulated too much, but there's a fine line there, and that I see. So I'll make sure I got plenty of nitrogen, and the program works. I've also dealt with nematodes, and I'm using a lot of biological products, and I'll even throw the 19 in with the biologicals. I'll throw a little extra in, and I'll water it in. So with the biologicals, and that helped with the I had a bad problem with lance and lost quite a bit of turf from lance nematodes. But for the last 3 years, I haven't had a problem with what I'm doing. So I'm not using any nematicides. I'm using all natural.
Our thanks to Ed Wachter for joining us on this edition of Turf Topics, and our thanks to all of you for joining us. We invite you to join us next time.